Hi everyone, Nick here. Today it's the 17th round of the Serious Racing League. Just 5 rounds left of the season and we head to the east for the Japanese Grand Prix at Suzuka. This is one of my favourite tracks on the game. I never used to like it, not really sure why, but at some point it just clicked and as a result, yeah, massive fan. My pace here is pretty decent as well. Had a pretty good race round here in previous seasons and pretty comfortable in time trial. So as a result, I was hoping to get back on that podium and get back to some big points. Practice actually started pretty well. There was some actual pace in the races, fastest laps, poles, a win, but there was crashing. Lots of crashing.
Didn't fancy my front wing anyway. Semi-consolation cool dog nearly ruined him. But ruined me instead. I'd say cool dog. I need to stop doing that. What the fuck was that? Right. Do I try and take Kev out at the final chicane? Right. Oh.
Okay, you've been pushing your luck on the track limits too much. We've been given a 3-second penalty.
That's some rain.
Oh, we've got rain.
No, cloudy for the race, but no rain.
Dry for the race.
It may rain right at the end of the race.
Well, it's going to dry out in 10 minutes. It's just cloudy.
So just sit here and wait.
So there's not really any point.
So qualifying started off in some very light rain, although the game was suggesting that you should go out on slicks. I didn't fancy this at all. I didn't see what you had to gain really. The lap times weren't going to be faster than they would be in the dry towards the end of the session. And what's the best that can happen? You can set a lap, break a wing, lose a wheel. Not for me. So I waited till the second half of the session, put in my first flying lap with about 5.5 minutes to go and went second with a 1:31.408. However, the track was ramping up and by the time I started my final flying lap, I was down to 6th, so improvement was needed. So let's go for a lap of the Suzuka International Circuit. First corner you can just fly in 8th gear, then halfway round you want to blip down to 4th gear, light on the brakes, keep it nice and tidy, out on the exit, up to 6th, lift slightly to get tucked in, and then this whole section is 5th gear, no brakes, it's all about throttle control, keeping the line nice and tidy up until Dunlop. Then you can go up in 6th gear when you feel ready, floor it through here, and the first sector's gone pretty well with 1.2 seconds up. Degner 1, launch it, Degner 2, 3rd gear, get it turned, don't go on the exit, run off, you can slip around a bit too much. 6th gear through the hairpin, then down to 3rd, little bit of a lock up, but doesn't matter too much. And then we want to floor it down the run to the spoon curve. So we're 1.6 seconds up, so this is looking pretty tidy. Just before the 50 metre marker, down to 5th, run wide, down to 4th for the second part, keep it tidy, on the throttle nice and early, floor it down here, get a teensy bit of a slipstream there, and we're going down to 130R, and we are 1.8 seconds up. We've done a purple middle sector. 130R is flat, we're looking for the 100 metre board, down to 3rd gear, take a bit of this corner, you can take a lot of the second apex, careful on the throttle here because there's a big bump, floor it to the line, and we have done a 129.446 and we have taken our first pole position of the season by just over 2/10 from Tony. So dead happy with that. Been knocking on the door the last couple of races in terms of getting a pole, so it's really nice to see that nice clear open track ahead of me.
Why is the 100 metre board already gone? Before I even get there, it's gone. And I need that.
You're not going to watch it. You're not going to watch it.
So a decent first lap and a decent start. I'd managed to hold on to my lead and hadn't made any mistakes. It was a bit of a steady lap until the chicane though, where I made a bit of a mistake, taking out those bollards, and gave Tony a chance into turn 1. By lap 3 DRS had been enabled, and no matter how well I took that chicane at the end or handled the bump on the final corner, this was going to be easy.
I think I know what's going to happen here. Bye.
Not the end of the world though. Wasn't getting left behind by Tony too much, and I thought maybe I could do some tactical stuff in the pits with the strategy. Unfortunately, I wasn't having a great time through the chicane and the exit, and that gave Hags behind me a run down the straight.
Check your
I'm about to lose a
MFD for a new
place.
strategy option.
Brilliant.
On the following lap I had a bit of a run at Hags on the pit straight, but for some reason tried to go round the outside. Not really sure how that's going to work, so obviously it didn't. And by lap 8 I was still on his tail, but something started to go a little bit wrong, as no matter how many times I pressed it, my ERS and fuel mix refused to change.
Energy, reduce ERS deployment.
That's brilliant. I can't change my ERS. I can't change my fuel either. I don't know. It's not the same button, it's the little joystick button, but it's just not working. So I can't change my fuel either. So I'm going to run out of fuel. Unless I remap my buttons.
What had actually happened is my wheel had gone to the settings or configuration mode, which unbeknownst to me means that I can start fiddling with things like the sensitivity, force feedback and all that kind of stuff. I hadn't noticed that though, and it meant that the little joystick on my wheel didn't work. Fortunately, I didn't let it bother me.
Something you should do. Fuck's sake.
So couple being in the wrong modes with total and utter heads goneness, I just completely lost it, lost the place to Kev and decided to bolt into the pits to try and figure out what to do.
Oh, I can't change my steering, I can't change my settings, because what the fuck is this? It's gone into some kind of fucking debug mode. I don't understand what my wheel's done. I'm going to have to fucking turn it off and on again. Oh, this has fucked me so much.
Turning it off and on again did resolve the issue, but there was something slightly wrong.
Not me.
Oh my god.
How far ahead is
I
that?
can't, my brakes are fucked as well now. I think I'll probably change the sensitivity. Fuck my life.
Eventually I got over it and adjusted to the slightly different settings on my brakes, and at the start of lap 11 I was able to gain a couple of places from people who pitted, but I'd fallen behind Kev and lost a few seconds to him, so not ideal. At the start of lap 17 I gained another place when Jerome pitted, but as he had soft tyres and I was not driving amazingly, it wasn't going to be long till he got that place back.
Try to stay with him. Might make a mistake. We can still regain the position.
On lap 21 we gained another place though when Stefano, who had run on mediums for 20 laps for some reason, and we moved up to 5th, and a couple of corners later we got a gift when Kev went off in front of us and we went up into 4th place. Nice. From there though, there wasn't really much I could do. I was about 6 seconds off Jerome and I knew he had 3 seconds worth of penalties, but I didn't have the pace to be able to claw back 3 seconds to his lead. So it was a case of just coming home and taking the 4th.
Fuck this game.
So 4th place then. Given that I started on pole and felt like I had some good pace around this track, that's pretty disappointing. But I don't know. It's not really in my control. I don't know what happened. Maybe I accidentally pressed the button on my wheel that makes it go into the settings mode. Seems unlikely as it's in the middle of a wheel and it's not the kind of button you just brush up against accidentally. But either it was that or the wheel just did it on its own and is sabotaging me. Hopefully it's not sabotaging me. You never know though. But anyway, at least now next time I know if I get the same situation, I just need to press that button and it's all sorted again. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching and I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, then don't forget to hit the like button, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, then why not go press that button right now. You know it makes sense and it is massively appreciated, so thank you. And let me know in the comments below if you've ever had any kind of wheel controller type mishaps. I know all about the classic TV turning off because it's been on standby mode and you haven't touched a button on it for a while, but any interesting stories, love to hear them. But until next time and the next video, goodbye.